Is your daily financial news. If you don't know, we do a daily financial news show 7 days a week. And yes, that includes Saturday. Something extra special about Saturday is after this daily financial news at 7:30. This is obviously Pacific time. We will also do our weekly live Q&A. That is a show where I go to my computer, we fire up a live stream, and I try to get deeper understanding of your questions. And we just try to go for an hour and we see what happens. I like doing the live stream once a week. It does allow me to go several layers deeper. Sometimes when I get your comments, I don't quite understand the entire context. So we have 1 hour each week, Saturday at 8 a.m. You can set your clock to it, and we will do that here in about 30 minutes or so. Second, I want to call your attention to an important video that went out yesterday. I brought out a NQM, or non-qualified mortgage lender, someone who is publicly traded, somebody who has several lending programs aimed at investors. You need to watch the video, but in essence, if you are buying your first property or refining and you have great credit, lots of down, go to a bank, right? If you're in California, go to Matt the mortgage guy. You know, how I started when banks said no is I had to go hard money, which was very, very expensive. NQM vendors fit in the middle. And good to know, we did announce that yesterday at noon. And as we closed out, that provider talked about 30 of you potentially getting or will get a free appraisal. I thought that was a wonderful addition. I did not expect that. I did hear last night that 18 of you have already reached out. So if you are interested, if you are looking at deals, watch that video because there are some requirements, right? And I'm trying to test this company out. I'm trying to test this individual out. I have high standards for people I bring on this show. So far, so good. Everybody has been getting responses. Again, I can't guarantee yes answers, but what I can guarantee is quick response. And I think that is more than fair. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch that video from yesterday. It's exciting to see that somebody wanted to be a part of our community. And again, deep pockets, their own money, their own rules. They're not as strict as traditional bank lenders. So I was excited to bring him on the channel. Well, let's see. You got at least 12 more of you can potentially go get that free appraisal. So I thought that was a nice addition. And then lastly, if you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you know that I was going to raise the price of my course, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time. It was going to go up 50% today, but I have decided to delay it a month. First and foremost, it just didn't feel right to me. We are adding a lot of content and the value is there without question, but it just didn't feel right. I love the fact that over 120 people signed up for the course last month. And I feel, right or wrong, that if I raised the price $100, less people would change their life. So it is possible. As I add more content, we have the Lumberjack Landlord adding house hacking. We've got Dion Talk adding self-management. We've got Omar adding luxury Airbnb. That the price may go up, but it's not going up May 1st. I will revisit that decision at the end of May, and maybe it goes up in June. But as of right now, it's my thing. I got no overhead, so I'm just not going to do it, even though everybody tells me I should. Just not going to do it. Nope, not going to do it. All right, so we are moving into the daily financial news. Lots of stuff going on. It's funny how much stuff goes on 7 days a week. That's why you got to do it 7 days a week. First and foremost, if you don't know, this is the day that Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger do their yearly kind of sit down. It's usually entertaining. I definitely will be catching the highlights later in the day. And if anything's moving, I may do a live stream. I just respect Warren Buffett that much. So we will talk about it. But they did release their earnings today. Again, they beat top and bottom. You know, they bought back $6.6 billion in shares and they bought $24 billion last year. So that's a total of $30 billion in 5 quarters. What's interesting there is Warren Buffett, if you go back and read his writings from over a decade ago, he does not, he's not a huge fan of stock buybacks. He essentially calls it a poor use of capital. Warren, dude, 30 billion bucks. Poor use of capital. What's going on? So I thought that was interesting. Apple is still his largest holding at 110 billion. Rough math says he owns about 5% of Apple, right? Apple's a $2 trillion company. He owns 110. Bingo, bango, 5%. Can you imagine owning 5% of Apple? That'd be a pretty good day. Other big holdings, just so you know, American Express, Bank of America, and Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is owned forever. A couple other things. Again, I've told you we are 2 feet standing in the sun, just more evidence of the goodness that's ahead of us. Dining out. Dining out is becoming a thing. There is a company called Open Table who has been tracking reservations, and just in the last 3 weeks, they are seeing reservations day on day comparison to 2019 within 90 to 100% of 2019. That is awesome news. Why is that awesome? Because with more diners becomes more employees. You see where we're going here? This is why the employment picture, I think, on Friday is going to be over 1.5 million. And if you want to participate with this channel, you have an over-under I gave you yesterday. We might as well do it today. Friday, important number. How many jobs were added or created in April? The over-under is 1.5. Take a guess. Leave a comment below. Let's have some fun together, and you can make fun of me, or you can say I was right on Friday. And just so you know, I generally take the over. I like to be positive. Life's good. Let's have some fun. A couple other things going on. Clorox, again, one of the things we are talking about with earnings, right? We're going to have a big earnings week again. Earnings mean nothing. Well, not that they mean nothing, but earnings right now are look back. We want to look forward, and we're looking for 2 things. One, are companies telling us about the future, which increasingly they are, again, sign of being in the sun. And 2, are they talking about inflation? When Coca-Cola, General Mills, and now Clorox start talking about input cost and shipping and freight, raising prices, the consumer's going to pay. We saw increases in prices at Home Depot and Lowe's first, right? Everybody was painting their house or painting their inside and new showers and all this stuff. But now it's hitting the grocery aisle, right? It's hitting parents, especially with toddlers, big, right? The Pampers raising prices. Ooh, that's going to hurt. Diapers, man, it's expensive. So watch this. Again, I'll be watching that all next week. Again, Friday is the biggest number of the week. It is April jobs number. All other numbers for the week are interesting, but not nearly as important. And the reason this is important is we are going to find out if Jerome Powell is right, if he's kind of right, or he's woefully wrong. Let me explain. The number that they're expecting is right around 1 million. And right, so I'm above that by 50%. If it comes in at below March's creation, which was 956 or 912 or something, so let's say it comes in at 800, Jerome Powell is 100% right. The economy's not healing as fast. We're seeing all these numbers because of stimulus. Problem. Okay? So if it's under 900, Jerome Powell is right. If it's kind of between 900 and like 1.2, you're probably going to be able to look at the numbers and go, maybe right, maybe wrong. We're not sure, right? We're kind of in that kind of gray area. But boy, if it blows it out, like 1.2, 1.5, or heaven forbid 2.1, as one person is calling for, watch out. The market is going to react to that. So it is going to be interesting. So the numbers I am watching for the week, Monday through Friday, are as follows. On Monday, we've got Lowe's and Avis budget. Can you believe those rental car prices? Wasn't it like a year ago we were talking about Hertz going out of business, and now people are renting U-Haul trucks in Hawaii instead of rental cars? Crazy. We also have PMI and construction spending, right? Important parts of our economy. On Tuesday, we got Hyatt Hotels. Again, Hyatt Hotels, what happened in Q1? Don't care at all. But tell us about bookings. Tell us about future bookings in the summer. How's that going? Is it going to beat 2019? And I think it will. So we are going to start hearing about good news. We also have factory orders, right? What is going on at factories? Wednesday, General Motors, Hilton, Etsy, PayPal, same deal. What is going on in the economy? What is going on with the consumer? What is going on with inflation? General Motors is going to talk a lot about chips, I'm guessing, right? They're talking about potentially half of their production being limited because of chips. Craziness, but we shall see. We also have the first cut of April. It's always ADP. ADP comes out early. We shall see there. It really is Friday's number, though. Wednesday's ADP number is kind of a, all right, we'll take it since it's there, but it's not the most important number. Thursday, we've got Kellogg, Anheuser-Busch. Again, are they talking about inflation? Folks, the more and more companies that do that, the more and more Jerome Powell is just going to be wrong. And then we have Expedia, same deal as Hilton. Tell us about the future. I don't care about last quarter. Tell us about the future. Again, this is all about the consumer. The consumer, it is about to be a party. I can't imagine the July 4th party in New York. I was just thinking about that. Got family out there, daughters out there. They're going to open up July 1st. Man, July 4th is going to be a blow. Can you imagine the street parties or whatever they call them? Block parties. Woo, going to be awesome. And then Friday, we have the number, right? April job creation. So it's going to be interesting. A couple other real quick notes. Lumber cost is being, it's just crazy out there. Oh, yeah, July in Vegas. Oh, another party. You are so right. Lumber costs right now are adding $36,000 to new construction housing. That's the average across the country. Ouch. Oh, man, $36,000 just in the cost of lumber. It's no reason that the home builders have slowed down because that's expensive. And oh, by the way, they're canceling contracts if you don't know. It's like, whoops, sorry, can't deliver it at that price point. We're going to have to raise the price. Crazy. Remote work is also disrupting resort areas. I read an article out of the LA Times about Palm Springs and Lake Tahoe. I am sure this is happening across the country. Basically, you get a bunch of tech workers or work from home types that invade the town, jack up the prices of local real estate, and then start acting rudely. I read an article about, or they were talking about Lake Tahoe, where it's generally a slower pace, as you would imagine. But now we got people honking at each other and just out-of-towners being disruptive. I thought that was kind of funny. Anyways, Lake Tahoe's price has doubled in a year. Can you imagine? Home prices up double, 100%. And they don't have a lot of inventory, so it's kind of a skewed number, but damn, 100% appreciation. Palm Springs up 30% year on year. Crazy numbers. And then lastly, hotels, right? We are already seeing the vacation traveler increase. We will again watch for Hyatt and see where that's at. But really where this thing goes gangbuster, really where Vegas takes off, really where, Atlanta and all these other areas take off is when conventions come back. When sales teams have in-person QBRs, quarterly business reviews. I've been in the game for more than 20 years. Every 90 days, we would get grilled over the coals. The last year or so, there hasn't been that many in-person QBRs because it's like, hey, let's fly 100 of our resources to one spot. Let's grill them. Let's party a little bit and let's move. Those haven't been happening. We are going to see what happens in Vegas Q3, Q4. What's going to be the first big convention coming back? If you are in Vegas or you know nobody in Vegas and you know which convention is coming back first, leave a comment below. I'm actually going to reach out to Brian Lebo and see if he knows. But again, folks, remember, it's Saturday. Have a great day. If you want to do some live Q&A, I will be on in about 17 minutes. Let's have some fun. Take care of yourself. And remember, the course is not going up, staying $199. It may go up June 1st. We've already added seller financing. We're going to be adding house hacking, self-management, luxury Airbnb, not to mention all the stuff that is there. And then lastly, join the Facebook group. Over 100 of you joined last month. Make sure you join the Facebook group so you can meet all the other awesome one rental at a time students. It is such a happy place to be. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye.